up in the jail. On the big low, where you been at? Mine, everywhere I'm working hard. Maybach and G-Wagon truck, got M&M's in my garage. Quick to crank up on her, you better not get me started. Locked in with the gangsters and players, my folks gon' keep it solid. Everything I got on new, it look like I got renovated. I'm cocky when I was just humble, they didn't appreciate it. Young, wealthy, and ratchet, I'm the hood motivation. On top of the world now, they tried to underestimate me. Get 'em glow, them fraudulent, you know you the truth. Get 'em glow, stop overthinking, these can't fuck with you. Get 'em glow, standing on business in these Chanel shoes. Before I let her play with me, I'll go eat some jail food on gang glow. Stomp a little with some shell toes. Yeah, glow. Slapping, rapping, making bail. Yeah, glow. Two-tone Cartier match the nails. Yeah, glow. No competition, these stale. Yeah, glow. Curbing, no curbing, my layers. Yeah, glow. Say they get money, but I can't tell. Yeah, glow. Keep running circles around these snails. Yeah, glow. And my bumping up in the jail. On the gang glow. Yeah, glow.
That's how I be happening. This for all my not abandoned. For my ladies on stage, they clapping. Transaction, cause your mama need a mansion. Get cracked, put them in the. Can't forget the yellow brother in. Shed so many tears, lost 100 friends. Every time I see them, I'ma need that. Believe that. Label trying to give me feedback, tell me bring the streets back.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. And we are underway from Houston. And out a little across the 20. 27.
Here we go.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Play action. Here's Stroud. They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 43. A handoff running left, Mixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Stroud looking to change the play.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
After the turnover, here's Locke. That's caught downfield by Neighbors. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Giants. Malik Neighbors, 97 yards. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Throwing now is Stroud. This one left side caught by Collins. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 3rd and 4.
A loss of a yard on the play. It's now 3rd down and 4.
And Stroud now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Mixon. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs, 39 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. Ka'imi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. That tackle behind the line made by Will Anderson.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Here's Locke. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
In motion goes the tight end. To throw it is Locke.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That open man that time, they ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Lock staying put. 4th down, and they're going for it.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Lock to throw for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. Mixon will try the right side.
He's got it to the 43 here. Here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Stroud looking to throw. He's got it to Collins, complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That's good for Houston Texans. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Pass complete. Joe Mixon out of the backfield. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Mixon will take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now Lock. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Lock going to go on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Play action. Stroud now.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning.
Stroud to throw it. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Stroud. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Stroud.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. The kick by Fairbairn is good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Locke working out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Locke. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports.
And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the 1st half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They look to throw. It's Locke. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense is here to open up this lead.
Operating from the gun. Stroud. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Kayvon Thibodeaux dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Stroud and company going for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Defense is always talking about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact. This is intercepted. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10. Locke off of play action. Complete to his target, Jalen Hyatt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He's going to let this one go deep. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Throwing now is Stroud. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon.
And some room to work. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
It's a gain of 18. And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Derek Stingley picks it.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Now, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. As Stroud now to throw.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Nico Collins.
36 yards.
And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. And the lead is now 24. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
In motion, Slayton.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Well, these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Now Stroud. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins
with now his second touchdown of this third quarter.
And the Texans get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while.